Hi everyone, you're watching Stories That Matter. This is Pushra Sadkhe. Today I'll be talking about the NEET PG 2021 counselling and reservation policy issue that is happening in India. National Eligibility cum Entrance Test Postgraduate, that is the NEET PG 2021 counselling, has been put on hold due to an ongoing matter in the Supreme Court. The counselling is likely to start only after November 16, 2021. This is all because of the NEET Reservation Criteria, as the Supreme Court has adjourned the hearing of EWS OBC reservation in All India Quota, that is AIQ, till this date. National Testing Agency NTA has released the NEET 2021 reservation criteria, where the union government has decided to provide reservation in this matrix. So here's how the seat matrix has been given by the NTA. SC 15%, that is scheduled castes, scheduled tribes 7.5%, PWBD 5% horizontal reservation, OBC non-creamy layer 27% only in national institutes or central universities, EWS 10% only in national institutes and central universities. So what exactly is the issue? Let's talk about that. NEET PG 2021 counselling would begin only after SC gives a final verdict on the matter of EWS, that is the economically weaker sections, and OBCs, that is other backward classes, reservation in AIQ, and a solution is sought for this. For determining the eligibility of EWS, the centre earlier had submitted the criteria of the annual income of Rs 8 lakhs, which was derived after due deliberation within the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and all concerned stakeholders. But the Apex Court had some doubts and questioned the validity of the Rs 8 lakh limit set by the centre for the EWS criteria. So it will be deciding on this, and the counselling process has been put on hold till then. So until the next hearing, there is absolutely no counselling, as the Medical Counselling Committee, that is MCC, was supposed to hold the NEET PG counselling 2021 from October 25 after it declared the results, and later it deferred. So let's first understand what is All India Quota. Although the same examination, that is the NEET examination, is being held across the country, a chunk of the seats in the state medical and dental colleges is reserved for the students domiciled in their respective states. So the remaining seats, that is 15% in UG and 50% in PG, will be surrendered by the states to the AIQ, All India Quota. The AIQ scheme was introduced in 1986 under the directions of the Supreme Court to provide for domicile-free, merit-based opportunities to students from any state to study in good medical colleges in any other state. So for example, a student is from Maharashtra or Uttar Pradesh and he is domiciled in his particular state. Due to the AIQ, he becomes eligible to apply for admissions in another state, such as a government college in West Bengal, provided they score high enough marks in the national merit list. In deemed or central universities, ESIC and Armed Forces Medical Colleges, that is the AFMC, 100% seats are reserved under the AIQ. Now, what was the reservation policy before? So, until 2007, no reservation was implemented within the All India Quota for medical admission. On January 31, 2007, in Abhay Nath versus University of Delhi and others, the Supreme Court directed the reservation of 15% for scheduled castes and 7.5% for scheduled tribes to be introduced in the AIQ. In the same year, the government also passed the Central Education Institution Reservation and Admission Act 2007, providing 27% reservation to OBC students in central government institutions. Now, while state government medical colleges and dental colleges provide reservation to OBCs in seats outside the AIQ, this benefit was so far not extended to seats allocated under the AIQ in these state colleges. So what changes now? Reservation for the OBC and EWS categories within the AIQ will be offered in medical colleges from the current academic year, that is 2021-2022. Now this would definitely benefit nearly 1,500 OBC and 550 EWS students in MBBS and 2,500 OBC and 1,000 EWS students in postgraduate courses. Now, I just gave you a little bit of background to understand what is actually happening regarding the NEET PG counselling and the delay that has been notified to the students. So many general category students are now feeling very stressed and frustrated with the entire issue regarding reservations. Many have also come out on Twitter to suggest the removal of reservations entirely, including SC, ST, OBC, EWS after MBBS, claiming that all students attain equal status after they complete UG degrees, that is, they become doctors, they are having an MBBS degree, they can acquire good jobs, so they become equal in status when it comes to reservations. So basically the students are suggesting that there's absolutely no need for reservations in NEET PG for higher education after MBBS. Now the most important highlight from this entire issue of NEET PG is to look at the education sector of India and how it functions when it comes to reservations. Reservation has always been a topic of debate. The SC, ST and other categories face serious discrimination in the past, and in many towns and cities even today they face a lot of issues like caste system, caste discrimination. So again, the debate of whether there should be reservations or there shouldn't be reservations is again a matter that is being taken up to the court, and that has been amended over the years, and it is still going to happen in the future. But the main point that we can focus on is especially for OBC, that is the other backward classes, and the EWS, that is the economically weaker sections of society. These categories need to be rechecked and rectified, because there are many students who claim to belong to this category today because once upon a time their ancestors, their parents, parents, generations before them had been a part of this category. They were belonging to backward classes, or they were from the economically weaker sections of society which had a lesser income when it comes to their families. But many students are using these certificates attained by their ancestors to show themselves as backward classes, and then they are gaining the benefits of reservations by using these certificates, which is actually very harmful to the open category students. So the fact is that the government officials and the education authorities, they need to work a little harder in identifying these students and rectifying and rechecking if they are actually belonging to an economically weaker section of society, because in reality there are many OBC and EWS students who are actually not belonging to a weaker economic background. They are actually coming from very good families who are financially quite independent. So these things need to be re-evaluated, at least to begin with some sort of a change when it comes to reservations, so that students who are actually in need of reservations will also be able to fully avail this certain amount of or certain percentage of seats that are kept for them. Second thing is the SC needs to prioritize this issue and work faster and adjourn this hearing so that counselling begins sooner for the students who are already delayed thanks to the COVID pandemic. The NEET PG exam was supposed to be held in the month of April this year. SC should not delay it by more 20 days as it already has, because the hearing is on November 16, that is almost more than 20 days from the original date, that is October 25th. So this is actually wasting a lot of time of the NEET PG students. This is not about just one batch of students. This is about the future of medicine in this country. So the Supreme Court, the government needs to really think about its medical students and needs to take action and focus on it. Delaying the counselling and putting the hearing on November 16th, and that also depends if that will be the last hearing. That is also an issue that worries students, and that is also becoming very stressful for the students. Coming to the reservation, again, the first step would be to actually segregate and scrutinize who really needs the reservation, who is really coming from a poverty background, who is really coming from an economically weaker background. That is extremely important. So there are a few things that the government really needs to work on for the students of this country. You can comment below your thoughts if you have any opinions or suggestions to share with, and if there are any other content that you think I should cover, any other news stories or any other topics that are being less covered by the mainstream media, do let me know in the comment box below. Follow my page, The Journalist Next Door, on Instagram for news updates, and subscribe to this channel for more such stories that matter to you. This is Bushra Satkhed signing off.